Thank you very much. Thank you all for subscribing, for commenting, and for liking. Alright, today here with me is Evelyn, Toby, Samson, and Daniel. Thank you all for coming. Thank you very much. Okay, as we all know, this is Teen Stuff with Debbie, to which we'll be having some discussions today. Very, very important discussions. You know, the other time we spoke about the mindset of the teenagers, the purpose of the teenagers, and today we'll be looking at some contemporary issues that is going on in the society. Okay, before we go further. Okay, Samson, thank you for coming. Daniel, thank you for coming. Evelyn, thank you for coming. Toby, thank you for coming. Okay, I'll be asking my guests a very good question now. That's what's the best advice they'll be giving to teenagers now? Like if a teenager is coming to you right now, what's that best advice you'll be giving to that teenager? Are you just going to say, teenager, get out of my front? Or you would draw the teenager closer and show him some parts he needs to know? Okay, I'll be starting with Samson. What's that best advice you can give to a teenager right now, like in this dispensation of teenagers, with this dispensation of teenagers? What can you say to them? Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity to be here on the podcast. My name is Samson, like she rightly said. So, advice for the teenager when at this time. I think first and foremost, as a believer, we know our roots and our foundations. So the first advice I will give any teenager right now at the moment that reaches out is know God. Have a steady relationship with God. Know God for yourself personally. As even aside being a teenager, being a youth, being an adult. In fact, it cuts across every class and category of an individual. Know God personally, and I think that is what will first give one a bearing in life. The relationship with God matters because that is what defines your journey in life. So know God, understand purpose. It is when purpose is known that distractions will easily weigh us off balance or sweep us off the right direction to the wrong lane. Yeah, so just know God, understand purpose, and stick to that at least for a start. Then eventually other knowledge and ideas will keep catching up and will build a godly and a fulfilled life. Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, not just to keep them in the room of confusion or so. You know, I always like how to do something. Now we've told them why they need to know this, like what they need to know now. The next should be why. Okay, why growing up, I think maybe there are some things you did, or there are some ways you knew God. Now you're not using personal experience to just train people, but based on the word now. Now, how do you think they can know God? Because a teenager will still go further to say, I should know God. How? At least, if you ask a teenager, how do you know your parents? Okay, I knew they gave birth to me, and with some nurturings, some things, they knew that this is their parents. So, how do you think they can know God? Because they will always ask you, how can I know God? Yeah.
Okay, so to answer the question of how you can know God, you can know God for yourself. No, let me not say you can. You should know God for yourself. And when I'm saying knowing God for yourself, through your relationship in the place of prayer, in the place of study, there's that. And there's also the function of external factors, like we have people. Yes, people can help you know God more, people that are more stronger in you in the faith. You can decide to have a fellow teenager as someone that you decide to confide in. That is a place of accountability. And I think this system of Sunday school, there are some churches that have a Sunday school, as much as it is fading away in a lot of systems. I see the harm in it more than the time they are trying to save while utilizing their services and everything. So Sunday school is one platform that helped personally now. Yes, personally, at least we had the opportunity to be part of Sunday schools, and we had teachers that were intentional about us. Yes, we have teachers that are intentional, that we are accountable to. So when we have all these kind of systems built around us, it has answered the question of how we can know God. Yes, because there's no other hidden or special formula, principle, place of prayer, place of study, place of intimacy. Grow fond of God, and
so you build intimacy by praying and
studying fellowship with brethren.
Yes, having people you're accountable with. Okay, thank you very much. Does anyone have something to say about how to know God again? Okay, over to Evelyn. So, what's the best advice you can give to your teenagers now? If there's any teenager coming to you, Auntie Evelyn, you are older than me now. What can you say to that teenager?
Thank you for this opportunity
Yeah.
to be able to talk on this platform.
Okay.
For me personally,
Okay.
an advice I would give any teenager or any youth at this point, aside knowing God or like knowing His purposes for you in life, you yourself, you should also know the purpose that you want for yourself.
Mhm.
You can't just wake up and say, okay, because people are doing this, I want to follow them and do. You have to know what you want yourself. You have to know your own purpose. So giving an advice is just know yourself. Know the purpose that you want to achieve in the next few years, or of you maybe growing into being an adult or whatever. Obviously, God will guide you through those plans. But if you don't have plans, know how you want to do it and just live life in a way that is fulfilling to the people around you and also to God too. So that's just.
Okay, thank you very much for that wonderful answer, Evelyn. Thank you. So, as a teenager, what you need to know is you need to know what you want for yourself and not following the crowd. Like following the crowd, this is what my friend is doing, I should do it. You have to be aware of who you are as a person. Okay, Daniel. So, what's the best advice you'll be giving to any teenager that comes to you right now?
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like they rightly said, first of all, you have to know God. Secondly, she said something about purpose, but I'll be coming in from an angle of identity. As humans, even regardless of the age, I believe something that is very fundamental for you to have is an identity.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have it, the world will need, if you don't have a name for yourself, when you go out to the world will give you a name. Do you understand? So if you're not rooted in Christ, and how can you find your identity? That is in Christ. Then the second thing I would like to say is, for teenagers, I think one thing we believed, or I believed when I was younger, was I have time. Like I'm still young, I have time. But bro, you don't have time. You don't have time. So it is very important that you know your identity on time. It's very important that you're rooted in God on time. So yeah, that's my advice to any teenager out there.
Very important. Yeah, you're saying I'm a teenager. There's still time. When I get to the youth space, I'll start. My dear brother, when you get to the youth space, another thing might surface. You never can tell. So you have to start. Thank you very much for that. Toby, thank you. What are you going to say to the teenagers?
Alright, thank you very much for this opportunity. Well, for me, they all said it all, they have said it all. For me, I would just say, as a teenager, you need to have a purpose. You need to know your purpose in life. What did I come to this life to do? What did God created? What has God created me to do? So that is what you need to know. First of all, you need to find your purpose. What is my purpose? And then after, when you find your purpose, then you pray to God for God to direct you in that path. Even if you don't know how to find your purpose, God will also lead you to the path of finding your purpose. That is what I have to say. Just find your purpose and everything will fall in line.
Fall in alignment.
Alignment.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. That was a very good one. I think this is a good bedrock to the other foundations now. The place of you finding your purpose, knowing who you are, and knowing God. Very important. You know, if you know God for yourself, then it tends to guide you through. So I pray God helps the teenagers in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Okay, going further, we have something, something so contemporary now going on, like something going on at the moment. That is to say, in the place of the teenagers and them exposing themselves to some dangerous relationships. And that's because of probably a want or a need of some things. Yes. The Bible says, my people perish for the lack of knowledge. Yes, if they are not knowledgeable in this aspect, then they tend to perish. So why do we think the teenagers are so happy in having this, some of them, they are very young, and the kind of people they are having relationship with not just this friendship, like intimate relationships with, they tend to be older than them, and they are so confident coming out there to say, like, do you get? They say, yes, I have a daddy. He's my man, a boyfriend. Like, do you understand? Do you understand? Like, so then they don't even have a purpose of why they are just having fun and enjoying themselves. Why do we think those teenagers are really doing these things? Is it because they want this, or like, why do we feel they really want to? All right, thank you.
Okay, for me, I would say peer group influence. That is the main reason.
Yeah, primary reason.
That is the main reason why they are doing it. Because you will see your friend doing something like that, and then you say, okay, I want to. Let me join in. Just like she said, you have to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, whatever your friends are doing, you follow them doing.
Sure.
So what they are just trying to do is they are just trying to show that, okay, yes, since my friend can do the same thing, then me too, I can also do the same thing. Because the world that we are in right now, it is very, very funny. Even the things that you see teenagers doing, sometimes you as a person, you'll be baffled that when I was your age, I didn't do all this kind of thing.
You say that's your own time. Alright, okay.
I also want to say something. I would say that the teenagers that are growing up now, right?
Yeah.
Because then while we were growing up, me personally, when I was growing up, my parents were very strict, very overprotective of me and my siblings regardless. But now I feel like teenagers growing up, parents are ignorant, parents are nonchalant, parents are not like, they are not even looking at the way of how their children are growing up. They just want that, okay, yes, my son is 15 years old, okay, he can do whatever he wants to do, he can be independent. Now you can see like probably a 15-year-old guy or a 15-year-old
boy
funding their family. You won't even ask how, or they are just eating the money because obviously, okay, the money is there. Do you understand? So I feel like this generation of teenagers or youths basically were easily influenced, were easily lured into doing things just for the purpose, just for what we can gain from it. Not gaining from it in a good way, but gaining from it in a bad way. Now you said the reason of, okay, you can see teenage ladies in relationships with elder people and whatsoever. Most girls per se, now I'm personalizing on girls, not the gender. Girls per se, you can see some girls from while they were growing up, basically, they were not easily nurtured by their parents. They were not looked at well from their parents. So obviously they are loose. Do you understand? So even if they ask their parents, okay, daddy, please can you get me this, and their daddy like, no, this is the reason why you can't get this, and they go outside and somebody is willing to give them that thing, they can do whatever it is to get it. Do you understand? Because they are restricted from home, and then when you now see them outside, they're just like, my daddy will not give me this thing, and this man is willing to give me, so why don't I just take it, not knowing that that thing that you're taking is not me. Doesn't make sense. Do you understand? So girls nowadays, boys nowadays, they get into these relationships because of what they can get from that relationship. People don't even find the shame in dating an elderly man. You can see a 20-year-old girl bragging that she's dating a 68-year-old guy because of what she's getting. You're seeing her with the flashy bags, the flashy cars and all these things, and then they are proud of it. It's not something like, normally if you are doing something bad, you'll be shy, you'll be like, oh my god, I don't want people to know. But nowadays, people will open their mouth on like podcasts like this or like online and say, okay, this is what. So I feel like teenagers nowadays like were easily lured and like persuaded to do things, and which is not right and all. But God will just help us to furnish this generation, basically.
Okay, alright,
Okay, it's actually very disheartening to hear things like this or to see things like this. But I think I'd like to come in from the angle of social media. So I believe the media plays a very powerful role in our society. She talked about dysfunctional families. That when you have the father not playing his role and the mother also not playing her roles. But now, the social media now, you see these things a lot. So when we have teenagers that are not rooted in Christ, and stuff like that, when we have teenagers that don't know their identity, when they come out of this world, you get. But when you stay, when you hold on, like hold the shit, like if you move, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's just my advice. Hold him, because you need him in this world. If you want to be a person of impact, the godly way, you would need to hold him tight. So yeah.
Alright, thank you.
I want to say something.
Okay.
For me, I would just advise the teenagers to surround themselves with godly. Because that is the main point. The Bible says, iron sharpens iron, so as man sharpens the concept of so just surround yourself with people that knows what they are doing, people that they are strong people. If you surround yourself with them, it's highly possible that you will go far. With that, you will surely go far. And also, if you are following them, you will also, with that, you won't be pushed to know God. When I was growing up, I was this kind of person that was ready to know God like that, just because of we're all together in FCS, going to FCS, all those kind of things. I wanted to know God. So later on, I mixed up with area, surroundings also contribute to a lifestyle of a teenager. Your surroundings, where you stay, and the people that you link yourself up with. So when I linked up with myself with people in the streets, from there I turned to another person. Later on, I started picking myself one by one. When I started mixing up with people that I know that these ones know where they are going to. With that, at least I know that I've gone far from where I was before.
You have to know yourself very well. Okay.
Just to add, basically, like anybody watching this podcast now will say, oh, these people are trying to restrict us from doing what we want to do. But then I just feel like nobody's saying don't live your life.
Yeah.
What everybody's saying is just live it in a way that you'll be proud of 20 years back. Going forward, you will look back and say, okay, this is life I lived and I'm very proud of it. If you're not living your life in the right way, when you look back, when you're grown up, even when you want to even tell your children, you will not even be a proud mom to say it to, okay, this is how I lived my teenage life and everything. Because if you're going to now start restricting them and acting like you were not wayward or whatever when you were a teenager, that's just a form of hypocrisy or whatever. So you live your life, but live it in a way that you'll be proud of it, like going forward. And then now our generation is money driven. Everybody wants to make money. Nobody wants to be poor. That is a fact. But then nobody's saying don't make money, but make money in a way that aligns with the will of God, basically. Even this whole premature relationship, most of them don't even like the men they are with. Most of them don't love. Nobody is proud to be with a man that is 30 years that far from being your father. Everybody just wants what is in their pocket. Like you can even hear that, okay, I slept with this man today, he gave me, like, let me say 5 million naira, and after that day I stopped talking to him. So it's just because of what you want to get from that guy that you're staying with him or whatever. So nobody is saying don't make money. Nobody wants to be poor, but then make money in a legit way. Make money in a way that if people see you, people don't have doubts. Because nowadays people are flaunting money, and the first thing you hear is, this one a Yahoo boy, this one a hookup babe, this one. Do you understand? There are so many things online that you can actually do to make money. You can actually hard work, all these skills, you can learn them and you can make money for yourself to support your family or to support everybody. Even in terms of your friends, there's something about networking that people don't know. When you meet certain people in life, you know that these people are people that are about to change my path in a good way. The friends that you keep today, you might be wondering, I've been in this position ever since. Why am I still in this position? and you will not know that it's the circle that you have around you that's your problem. So when you change your circle, when you go out to meet people, when you network with people, when you know that, okay, oh, these my friends are not doing me any good, when you stand up and change, then you now start seeing changes in your life. Me, I've been like somebody, even in uni days, like my 100 level, I've had friends. I had friends basically. I'm a very nice person, so I always have friends. But then when I started looking at life, and I'm like, all these people that I'm gathering, what exactly are they adding to my life? They're not adding value to my life. They're just taking the value I already have. So what is the need of me keeping you in my circle when there is nothing you're impacting in my life, financially, spiritually, emotionally, nothing? So why am I now still? So I have to like break free from those particular set of people, find new people, connect with them, and then I was able to move swiftly in uni. Nothing, no problem, none of that. So like, live your life, know the people that are around you, your surrounding, your environment, know the people that influence you in a good way. You can have very godly people around you, even people that are financially, like, they are buoyant and all. They are godly people that can actually help you grow your purpose in life. So live your life, but live it in a way that is pleasing to God regardless. That's just...
Thank you very much. That's a very powerful one, a very good one. You know, there are some things we take with levity that are very important to us. Very, very important. You know, coming to this social media aspect, I do say something that you never can tell what the future holds. There are some interviews you will go to tomorrow and they will go back to your social media to check what you have been posting, and they'll say, we can't employ this kind of person. You as a person, you have forgotten to delete those things you posted. So your social media never lies and never forgets. That's just it. It's never forgets. So I believe you should be one of those advocates for good things on your social media. You should be bold to post it. They should say this is a church girl. Yes. What else should they call you? You should be bold to post that thing you want to post. Don't say they'll come to my DM and they should come. But in as much as you know this thing you are doing is the right thing, keep on doing it. So something.
Okay. So I'd like to keep it short. They've talked about people they've talked about teenagers that have not yet plunged into it now. Well, I think what just dropped in my mind is talking about what of persons that have actually gone so astray.
Yeah.
She talked about some people not doing it out of will. And some people have gotten into this, let me now put it as addiction now. It's become an addiction and it's becoming hard for them to come out of it. He shared his testimony of how he was able to come out of it even after so long staying in it. So there's no one that has gone too deep that cannot be reached out to by God. No matter how far we think I've gone, what about me that I've gone so many years, I'm this spoiled. Nobody is too spoiled to be fixed by God. It all boils down to everything that we are mentioning. As long as we are ready to come back to Him, retrace our step back, all of these things that we have mentioned will become very easy for us. I think even beyond somebody that you find that was never even astray in the first place. You see so many people that they have a bad experience in the past, and when they realize they had a turnaround, they are even doing so well compared to people that have been walking the right path for a long time. So that's just my advice to people that.
Okay, thank you very much. That's a very good one. Yeah, we are not too spoiled for God to bring you back. It just take, your first deliverance starts from you knowing that this thing you are doing is not good. Then you take the next step in eradicating it. So as a teenager, be bold to yourself that this thing, I can do it. You are not too small to do big things. I say it, you are not too small to do big things. And when it comes to, let me just do it, there is nothing. There is always a nemesis for every action you take. But it is your decision. No one will force you. But just know that you have to make sure everything you are doing is God's way for you. And have that mindset that is God happy with what I want to do. Is God happy with what I want to do? And I pray God helps the teenagers that they grow in the knowledge of God and they stay in the knowledge of God. Very important.
We didn't talk about them having a mentor.
Very
important.
Yeah, thank
Very
you.
important.
Yeah.
They need to have a mentor.
It's how they
So
make
that
someone.
The godly person, though.
Yes.
Be accountable to someone.
Yeah, so
Yes, be accountable.
these are people that they see my status, they can come to my DM and say, "Let me put that thing down."
Yeah.
Although I don't really post some things, but there's some things that they shouldn't see on your status because you are accountable to them, and it's so wrong for you that you are saying, "Look, you cannot report me to anybody." I do run from such people that I ask, Alpha, is there somebody that if you do something that person can call you and the person will say, calm down, and you will calm down because of that respect you have for that person. You have to have a mentor.
Someone that you are accountable to.
Good mentors as a teenager, good one, good one.
Mentor that will lead you astray.
No, exactly. No mentor that will tell you do anyhow. Give them a very good mentor. Thank you very much, Toby, for chipping that. And please have a good mentor, like a mentor. If not some people, we wouldn't be where we are today. Yes. Sure. If not for some people, we would not be there. Yes, God used them for us. Actually, yes, God used them for us. Through their, they expose us to. They pass this place. So if you are passing, make sure you take a right leg before your left leg so that you will not sink. So that's does anyone have something to say about the mental aspect? Okay. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. I do hope we share more on teenagers, like the mindset, a good mindset of a teenager. You get to see more. Thank you. Do us like, subscribe, and thank you. Bye.